If you got one of these old plasma TVs lying around at home, please don't throw it away. It's really useful. Trust me, I'll explain to you right now. As portrait photographers, one of the toughest parts of our job is communications. We have to juggle lighting, we have to juggle makeup, wardrobe, client expectations, and also our final vision while trying to communicate all that to all that team. It's really tough. The reality is most of us are visual creatures. If you're watching this, you definitely are. And if you're just listening to my voice, well, you might be a bit of a psycho. Research shows that we're wired to process things visually. To make communications quicker and more efficient in my studio, I use a really useful tool, enter my old TV. This particular relic is a 42-inch Panasonic Aquos from 2010. It's got 1080p resolution, and the colors, well, they're more or less accurate. The particular Aquos TV I'm using weighs a whole 40 pounds, and moving that thing around is an effort. But if you're not lucky like me, and you don't have an old TV lying around, don't worry. You can usually find an old TV on Facebook Marketplace while people are practically giving it away. I mean, old TV, new TV, the choice is always right. But if you got a little more to spend though, consider getting a PC monitor. I'll tell you why. PC monitors are lighter, often way more color accurate, and in my opinion, a little more ideal for studio use. Anything smaller than 24 inches tends to be a little cramped for viewing, and in my opinion, bigger is always better when it comes to showing off your work. Also, to pair with that TV or that brand new monitor you'll find, I found this TV stand on Amazon that can hold up to 80 pounds. Now I can easily roll my super heavy TV around the studio with a simple push. So unless your monitor will be at one specific place and not moving, if you're looking for a portable solution, I've got the link to the same one I'm using right now in the description box below. And using this old TV stand in the studio has been a really nice improvement to my overall communication. I no longer have to show the back of my camera when I'm trying to explain something to a client. Now everything is up on a large screen. It's really great to give immediate feedback to both the talent, the client, or my crew. Plus, I can check if my shots are actually sharp or something's wrong with the lighting, and I can make adjustments on the fly just by referencing the monitor. Even my assistants love it because they can help me spot details way faster than looking at a small screen. Now here's the fun part. In the next 2.5 minutes, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can use either a TV or a monitor during your session. And this is just a very condensed accumulation of what I've learned over the last few months using mine as an external monitor. So in order to get started, you'll need, of course, a laptop, a PC or a Mac, your camera and lens. I mean, do I have to explain to you why? A TV stand like the one I linked below. Optionally, and we'll cover this in a video, a cable that connects your camera to your computer, and of course, your TV or monitor. Tip number 1. Always position the screen so it faces you and not your client. Trust me, if the screen is facing your client, they'll be so distracted by looking at the TV and every single shot that they're taking that it'll slow down the session completely. And as we know, especially in the studio, time is money. Tip number 2, connect your laptop to the TV with an HDMI cable, or even better, you can use a Chromecast to mirror your monitor. This way you can actually send images straight to the monitor using any software that you want to. I'm personally using Capture One with my Sony a7R5, but Lightroom also works great. And as the way to set up your laptop, you can either duplicate or extend your monitor. I tend to duplicate my monitor because one, it's a little less intensive on my laptop, and second, actually we use my laptop as to make adjustment and look at my monitor versus looking at my laptop like a chimp. Tip number 3, transfer your photos to your computer using Wi-Fi. I mean, if you haven't done so already, if your camera is recent enough, it's super easy. Just set up the internal Wi-Fi, connect your laptop to your camera, and boom, you're done. I usually set up my camera to send a medium-sized JPEG to the computer directly while saving both a JPEG and a RAW to my SD card. Like that, something happens, I have a copy of my JPEGs onto the computer and my SD card remains safe in my camera. And again, using those functions, everything is mostly set up in your camera, but you can use Lightroom, Capture One, or even better, you can actually use your camera's manufacturer's software to help you basically review those photos on the go. If your camera is older or Wi-Fi isn't reliable, a high quality USB cable like this one works just as well. There are many companies that sell them. This is just a generic cable from Amazon, which I will link below, but you can find some from Area 51 or actual tether cable, though they might be more expensive. So with these 3 tips, you'll be well on your way to upping your game or your communication game when it comes to communicating with your clients in the studio without breaking the bank. This entire solution, including the cable and TV stand, is less than $100. So if you made it up to here, I want to thank you for watching. This is the end of the video, but if you did find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and basically just join the gang, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.